Welcome to NFL. Here's your host, Dames Marvs.
Thanks, Billie Jean. Welcome back to NFL, where up is down. Wait, yeah, that would be up is down and down is up. Speaking of down, how are you two doing?
I'll start things off. Interesting week in the NFL. And I will say this, Al Pacino still has the top 10 movie speeches of all time. The locker room speech, where everything is an inch, the game is inches, and it's on any given Sunday. Any given Sunday is a new Sunday. That's all I got to say.
Todd, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. You know, even though he's over there measuring it in inches, I'm doing fine over here in Buffalo.
I mean, it sounds bigger if you measure it in centimeters.
There you go.
Let's just be honest,
You can reach more people if you stop doing inches and you learn the metric system.
That's right. All right, fellas. Well, I said up, down, and down's up because this NFL, my friends, is vastly unpredictable. And we'll get to all that as we recap Week 10 before we go on and predict Week 11. And sometimes I wonder if we should even do that at all, but we're going to, because that's what we do here, and we don't know anything other than what's in front of us. So let's talk about a few things. Biggest news, Brian Daboll gets run out of town after, Jackson Dart goes out, right, in that game, and he brings in Russell Wilson, and things don't get any better. In fact, they give up a double-digit multi-score lead in the fourth quarter, which is starting to become a trend in the NFL, by the way. Mm-hmm. Big leads disappearing in the fourth quarter that you would be like, no, this game's safe. Not the case. And the Giants lose that game, and Daboll's gone. And I know that you guys probably have a lot to say about Brian Daboll and maybe what his future holds. Frankie, I'll let you go first. What do you think of the Daboll situation?
If I may, kind of throw things off track for a second, because that's what we do. I do want to mention condolences for both the Nealon family and Tagliabue family. Two big losses in the NFL this past week. Anyways, what do I think about the Daboll situation? The first words out of my mouth were this, and I said it before. Any reporter, bring him back to Buffalo, fire Joe Brady, who's a product of Ken Dorsey. We all know what happened with Ken Dorsey after Brian Daboll. Bring back what got Josh really sparked up and got him into the person that he was going to be. Bring him back, put the emotional crap aside. Coaches, you don't like each other, have problems, work it out. Win the Super Bowl. That's all I got to say.
Todd, you on board with this?
No, what he forgets is that we've had Daboll in Buffalo, and everyone here was calling for his head, saying he can't play call either. Let's stop pretending that Daboll made Josh Allen and Brady made Josh Allen. Josh Allen made both of them. Both of them can't call plays.
There you go. A world divided, folks. Personally, I knew that you guys were going to talk about the future of Daboll rather than the future of the Giants. And I'm just going to throw this out there so I can have it on record. I believe that the New York Football Giants, after this season, they have their interim guy, right? And he's fine, but then they'll give him a look. I'm sure he'll want to interview, and they'll give him a look. But I'm going to call it right now. They're going to come after Clint Kubiak from Seattle, offensive coordinator. I think so. A lot of teams will, but I think that he'll end up leaving Seattle and taking the head coaching.
Also, we have to remember the Giants, 4 concussions now for Jackson Dart already this year. So
is that confirmed?
I'm pretty sure I heard that on the NFL Network that this is his 4th concussion already.
Good gorge.
So, I mean, he's playing reckless like Scadaboo. Yeah.
That's
Praise
interesting.
the Lord, you got Jameis Winston.
All
Yeah,
right,
they
now
play.
Giants fans, I don't want to spend too much time on you because, well, your team's ass. But that's big news coming out of the NFL. We'll see what happens with the Giants, obviously, and we'll see what happens with Dable.
I don't think he should have got fired.
Well, let's talk about that, I guess, before we move on to the next topic.
Well,
I don't look at them and say, wow, what a bad team. I look at them and say, wow, they had a lot of injuries and they're still playing tough. I thought he bought himself another shot when he put Dart in there, and he did well. Those are my thoughts. I was shocked. I'm shocked that he made it longer than the Miami coach.
Well, I will agree with you in that I believe that the results are a product more of the team that they put ahead of him, and as opposed to what he did coaching wise. Because if you think about this, they picked Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley, let Saquon Barkley walk. He goes and wins a Super Bowl, and then the guy that they committed to, Daniel Jones, no longer on the team, and he's very successful with the Colts. So you made a terrible commitment to one player, let another superstar player walk, and then you took a shit on the player that you committed to. And then they're going to blame the coach for that. Well, they draft well. That's the good thing. But they're also, Neighbors is injured. Now all three of those guys are injured. So I don't I don't necessarily blame Dable, but here's why I disagree with you. If you're going to move on from him at the end of this season and you know that, just cut it now. Because you need to get the players used to the fact that this guy is not the guy that's going to be in charge moving forward and that it will be somebody else. Frankie, you probably have some thoughts here.
I mean,
Or he doesn't.
they're dead ass last in the whole league.
In the
They're
whole-
the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the bottom, and it's been like that a couple years in a row. Is it all in Dable's control? No. You can only coach what you have, what's in front of you. You can only coach so far, and all the injuries pile up and work against you sometimes. And when you're all in on one person and that one person goes down, the team seems to crumble around it, and then things like this happen. New York's a tough bit. That's a tough market to coach in. Bill Parcells puts it best, and he's a former Giant. You are what your record is. They're dead ass last. You might as well get rid of them now. Start, get them out of there. It's done.
So I think both things can be true at the same time. It's not Dable's fault, and they need to move on. Yeah, so there we are. All right, you kind of brought this up earlier, but I was going to mention Paul Tagliabue, former commissioner of the NFL before Roger Goodell. He got us through things like Hurricane Katrina, 9/11. There were some really tumultuous things going on in the U.S. that he had to navigate through with football. And I think Frankie said it best, just condolences. Anybody have anything else that they want to say about Tagliabue? Go ahead, Frankie.
Tagliabue. I go back to late 80s, early, all the way through the 90s, up until he retired. He was a pioneer. That era of football, the style of football, the different rules that exist today that didn't exist then, the amazing game that he put on the field, the amazing product that he put on the field to become what it is today, which is nothing like what it was. I think he should be honored for that because it was at a time post-strike that the league needed that boost, and he brought that boost in and started making those deals and made it the most watched sport pretty much in the world, in the U.S. for sure.
Yeah, Tio.
Yeah, I remember him growing up. Everybody talking about Tagliabue this, Tagliabue that. He definitely did a lot for the game, and my condolences go out to his family. I don't really have too much to add to what you guys did.
Yeah, I don't remember him getting booed quite as often as Roger Goodell either. But I suppose that no matter who you are or what you do, you're going to be booed if you have that job, which is unfortunate because I think that whoever it is, tries to do the best to put the best product on the field. But I know that you guys also have some thoughts about the shit being rigged and whatnot. So his level, you never know, and we can talk about that for hours and hours, but we won't. Rest in peace, Paul Tagliabue, and condolences to the family and anyone that was close. All right. This is something I know nothing about, but I had it written down because I saw T.O. make a comment on his Facebook post. And that is Antonio Brown. T.O., give me the situation and then your help me understand what's going on there.
He's been on the run for months. I believe in May, in 2025 in like Miami, he shot into a crowd, I think, and I don't know if he killed someone or it's attempted murder or what it is, but he fled from that, and they found him in Dubai, and they extradited him back to the U.S. And today he pled not guilty to these murder charges. Which, I mean, this guy, he's something. He's definitely something. A head case rapper. I don't know what you want to call him, but he sure as hell was one hell of a football player when he was right.
He was great in fantasy.
Damn perfect. Perfect knocked him and right into another world.
Seems like he's living in a fantasy.
Yep.
CTE.
Yeah, it was that perfect hit. That Cincinnati game. He never was right after that. Yep.
I was going to ask you guys this. I know I didn't give you any time to prep, so I'm just going to ask you real quick before we move on to covering Week 10. I want you guys to give me your best team in the AFC and best team in the NFC. Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Go ahead, T.O.
Best team in the AFC? Are we talking? Okay.
It's up to you. I'm just giving you make up the criteria. I'm just giving you.
Kansas City's the best team in the AFC, but right now, if I had to choose a team, I would pick New England as the best team, and I would pick Drake May as my MVP. And if I'm looking on the NFC side, I'd take Seattle. And I also like the Rams.
All right, Frankie.
Well, the Rams are NFC.
That's why I know.
Well, who do I think the best team in the AFC is? Well, I want to be able to say the Bills, but right now, if you're asking me what for the 10 weeks in, I'd have to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's face it, there's experience, there's rings, there's things still in place. New England's still new, they're hot, but look what happened to the Vikings last playoffs. They were hot until they hit the playoffs and looked like they never played football. So right now the best team in the AFC is the Chiefs, followed closely by the Colts.
All right. I suppose I have to weigh in here.
Who was your NFC pick?
Yeah, you didn't get an NFC.
Oh, I didn't even want NFC. My NFC is at this point. I have to say this, and it's got Seattle Seahawks. If they can stay healthy, there's a lot of talk going around right now about Seattle and how things are really working, and you see the results. And Darnold's playing ball. I like the Seahawks in the NFC right now.
Yeah, you said stay. I'd like them to get healthy
I like the Seahawks.
They haven't even put out their full defensive effort yet. Which
I'd love to have full confidence in the quarterback in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's all that's missing for me.
I'm not even talking about playoffs right now. I'm just talking about right now who's the best. But here's what I think. I think New England in the AFC for me is the best team, and like I have no love for them. Trust me.
Same.
I think Drake May is great. I think he's on the cusp of greatness. I don't think he'll ever come close to Brady achievements, but I think he's what that organization needs right now. And as far as the NFC goes, until the Seahawks beat the Rams convincingly, it's the Rams. And I, again, hate to say that, but they got that matchup coming up this week. So maybe next week I'll be on board with Frankie. But right now I'm siding with T.O. on that one. The Rams are just a little bit better, in my opinion. All right, guys. Well, thank you for that. We'll try and keep that. We'll keep maybe doing that every week to see how things change because I have a feeling that T.O., he's like Baltimore, 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 Baltimore.
Hmm.
And they may, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
The games have yet to be played, so we'll see what happens. Let's move on to week 10, where we recap. Well, Frankie, I'm going to talk to you first, and I'm not going to give you a stern talking to because I know that you punched yourself in the nuts quite a few times over this. 5-9 on the week.
And no.
This league, and I'm not saying that you're terrible at this. I'm saying this league is vastly hard to predict. And that gives you 56% overall. It's 73 and 58. What do you think was the biggest? Obviously, the Buffalo game, but you would never have picked You did say on last week's show that Miami could win this game. You did say that, and I was like, "You're fucking nuts, dude." Go ahead. Go ahead.
So there was a time, and Tio will validate, where I used to be very good at picking the winners and losers and even predicting AFC divisional, all kinds of stuff. I was really good at it. And then something happened. And I don't know what it was, but I really, when I make these picks, there's a reason behind it. I'm not just saying, oh, I'm going to flip a coin and make a pick. No, last week was one of those weeks where I just was like, none of this made sense. None of it made sense to me. So, but there was a time that I was really good at it.
Well, let's just look at the matchups real quick.
Okay.
You had Indiana, Atlanta. You picked Atlanta. And Indianapolis had just come off a loss. Atlanta had just come off a win. That totally does not hurt my feelings that you made the pick of Atlanta over Indianapolis. We all picked Carolina over New Orleans, and what the shit. Jacksonville over Houston. Again, another one that is a toss-up. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a coin flip, but in your mind, you can justify making a pick for either one of those teams. Buffalo, we all shit the bed there because ultimately Buffalo shit the bed in Miami. And then you had Minnesota, Baltimore, another one. You're not proven on Baltimore, and and I know To thinks they're on the up and up, and I'm in the middle. I'm like, I don't know what they are at this point. And then we saw Minnesota come off a win, and then here we are. So I don't fault you for that pick. Then you got Cleveland. We all shit the bed. Cleveland lost to the Jets. Who would have thought? Again, another one that I don't blame you for that pick. Tampa Bay over New England. Tampa Bay at full health, I think maybe has a better chance of winning that game. But when they only have Egbuka is their only real receiving threat, that's going to be a tough one. We all picked, Pittsburgh Chargers. Another one. I don't mind you picking Pittsburgh. Green Bay over Philly. No, what? You made wise choices. They just did not pan out for whatever reason. So you guys when I say 5-9, I'm not picking on them. It's reality. But if we go through the list,
I don't care about being picked on. I don't care about that at all.
The picks were made.
Yeah,
Theo, you are the very definition of average, sir.
Yeah. I don't claim to know.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. It's an up and down league. And I mean, anything can happen. These division games are crazy. Anything can happen. They're so familiar with each other. It's so hard to call on a weekly basis.
So
the one that really tricked me was the Carolina New Orleans game. I can't fathom that other than 85% of people bet Carolina, so they had to flip the script.
Well, you were very specific. You were very specific in your pick there. You said 26-6.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Carolina has been playing good teams tough. New Orleans was throwing it in, and I don't know. The game was weird. Weird game.
It is, dude. On the heels of them trading off one of the best receivers, in their history, really. What? And then they go and do that. It makes no sense. We
No
all
sense.
we all flubbed that one.
And Justin Fields wins with throwing 57 yards. I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah, you are 14-14, 7-7, 2 weeks in a row. I actually ended up 10-5, and I'm not trying
Wow.
to brag about it. I don't know how that happened because I
Well,
feel
you
like
predicted right.
oftentimes we pick the same things. Like I feel like that. I honestly do. And then when I go back and look through it, I'm like, all right, well, whatever. Anyway, that's good for 65%
Nice.
overall. We're just over halfway through. It's anyone's game at this point. Frankie, I have no doubt that you'll get back to your winning ways.
I'm already ready to go.
Yeah, let's start it this week. But let's talk about these games first. And we can go through this pretty quickly, I think, guys, because we just kind of talked about them. Denver, Las Vegas comes to Denver on Thursday night. And uh, how did anyone stay awake through this nightmare of a game? T.O., did you watch it?
I was actually working, but I was watching it bits and pieces. Nothing was happening, and I was like, "Is my phone froze or what's happening?" This team's supposed to kill this Raiders team, and Bo Nix looks average. It was just another one of those. Well, what did they say? One of the worst games until maybe Sunday nights or Monday nights.
Yeah, dude, just awful. Frankie, what do you have to say about this game?
I think they should eliminate Thursday night games.
Really?
There you go.
Eliminate them because it puts everyone on a short week. The games sometimes end up this way. We're by this, especially this time of year, at least flex a good. I don't know. I just think you
That's
get rid of the Thursday night games. Get rid of them. This game was stupid. It dragged out. There was no points scored. That's not what people pay to see. They pay to see for touchdowns and
Yeah.
big plays, and not this garbage. And I think Thursday night games need to go bye.
I want to argue with you on this.
Why?
I really do. Why? I love primetime. And the
So do
more
I.
primetime games that you can put out there, maybe move it to Friday. I don't know. I think
Okay.
people go out and do things on Fridays, so Thursday is a good place to have it. You can't move it any farther back to Wednesday because then you have preparation issues. Really, this is the only time. And here's the thing: if you flex out the games, then you fuck up the schedule for somebody that's buying tickets weeks in advance. I mean, it throws off the whole thing. So you kind of do have to schedule them as close
Yeah.
as far out as possible. But I would hate to give up another primetime game and then stuff another game like this into an already packed Sunday schedule where I can't watch as many games as I want to watch anyway. I just wish that we had a great matchup every week. If we had a great matchup, like imagine what we've got coming up this week, three really awesome matchups. Imagine if it was the Rams and Seahawks on Thursday.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
It's just the luck of the draw when they make the schedule. I don't necessarily disagree with you about removing. I love primetime games. And I think the players thrive off of them. And if we have to put a silver lining on this, guys, it's that teams get national exposure. And now I'm looking at it's going to be the Jets and New England on Thursday this week. Those teams don't really need national
I know.
exposure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, it's going to get exposure because you got the raging forward New England Patriots coming.
If you're not exposed in 2026, then you're not going to be. I don't want Thursday games either, except the best Thursday game is when? Thanksgiving. Thank you. And why are these games going to suck up until then? Because they got to make Thanksgiving games good. Who's going to be playing? We'll get there when we get there.
you've got the three, maybe possibly four F's on Thanksgiving: food, family,
Football.
football. That's the three F's, and that's what makes it the greatest holiday that there is.
Yep.
A lot of people make an argument for Halloween. Not really a holiday. It's just a day where people do shit. But holiday, dude, Thanksgiving. There's nothing better for me.
Same.
Yeah, and for
All right,
years you
well,
were falling
dude, it's a
asleep.
good argument. Let us know what you guys think about Thursday night football, because this is the first time I've heard anybody say they hate it.
I I recall a few years ago they were talking about getting rid of the Thursday night game, or team coaches and teams were, because it just doesn't give them enough time to heal. The games always seem slower because they're dumbing the playbook down a little bit. They don't have enough time to focus on the other team. It's just, I remember that argument, but it did go bye-bye because, like you said, it's all about exposure and getting more primetime games.
Yep.
And I think they run into another problem by Saturday, because then you have all the college football games.
Yes, that's why they can't play
They
Saturday.
don't
Yep.
they don't want to trample on those. I mean, even though there are a few times.
Well, college is Saturday. That's the way it is. So no problem. I mean, if they don't get rid of the Thursday night games, I'm not going to lose sleep. I just think that if there was one game out of the whole week that I wouldn't have a problem seeing going bye bye, for that very reason, the short turnover and these guys going from one game and then basically having a day to just go home and take a shower and sleep in your own bed, and then you're playing football again. I wouldn't lose sleep seeing that game go bye bye, that Thursday night game, unless it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I
You don't get quality product.
I'm just saying, like, when they made the schedule, let's say that this game was either Detroit at Philadelphia, Kansas City at Denver, or Seattle at Los Angeles. None of us would be complaining about those matchups for Thursday night.
They have been pretty good this year. They haven't been terrible.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a few stinkers, but think here, let's end this right here. Just think about the quality of the games that people are getting overseas, and be thankful that those games are not the Thursday night games. All right. So yeah, we all said Denver. We were all right. Big shocker. Although, if the Raiders were going to take a game, this would have been the one, because they they did a really good job on defense. Bo Nix. Oh wait, Frankie. Before we move on, tell us why Bo Nix sucks. Because I hear you saying it all the time on your other propagandized show content. So tell me about Bo Nix.
He's improving. He's improving.
Suck.
But a lot of that team is defense built. I still say that.
Agree. I agree.
I'll stick to my try to get me off track here. I know what I say.
It's fair. It's fair. All right, guys. Then we had Atlanta going to Indianapolis. This was close. I mean, Daniel Jones is, and I'm saying Daniel Jones specifically because he has not been Danny Dimes the last 2 weeks. I think this is the second week in a row he's had at least 4 turnovers accredited to him. And I asked you guys last week, I was like, is this the Daniel Jones that we're going to see? And I think both of you were kind of under the impression that this is it. This is where he falls back down to earth. I'm still not there yet, but man, Atlanta is not known for having a great, solid defense right now. So go ahead, Tio. What are your thoughts on this game?
Yep. Atlanta's defense is tricky because they do have a lot of playmakers on there. They're just really injured, and they came to play. Danny Dimes, I don't think he's terrible. I think he's a serviceable quarterback, and I think at times he plays phenomenal, and at times he just coughs the ball up multiple times, and we see that here. Can the team survive it? Probably, as long as Taylor's healthy, they can.
Yeah, Taylor is my MVP so far in the league, and I have every stake in the game as you guys do. You guys love Josh Allen. I don't necessarily love Sam Darnold, but I like what he's doing so far. I would love either one of those guys to be ahead of them in my mind, but I just don't see anyone playing the game with as reckless abandon and excellence as I do in Taylor. Go ahead, Frankie. Thoughts on this game?
Oh, but not much.
Move on. You don't want to talk about it. Let's just move on. All right, Carolina, New Orleans. New Orleans goes to Carolina. We all thought, for good reason, that Carolina should win this game, and convincingly, and they did not. Go ahead, Frankie.
See that's the one right there. They play good ball and then they go in and shit the sheets. I don't get it. This last week, I'm puzzled like on how to respond to how I feel about these games. I'm confused about each and every one of them, even the Bills game.
Yeah, I get it. Tio, anything on this game?
Just weird that both this and the Bills game, over 85% people thought that those teams are going to win, and somehow the script gets flipped
Dude,
in mysterious ways.
imagine if you had a parlay
Yeah,
with this game, Buffalo losing to Miami, and then like maybe throw in Green Bay losing to Pittsburgh. Imagine if you had those three picks on a parlay.
that's why I don't bet.
Like a $5 bet would get you, couple steak dinners.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, you got New York at Chicago. We all picked Chicago, and I think we all were pretty nervous going into the fourth quarter on this one. And then all of a sudden, the tides turn. And anyone want to talk about it?
Dable got fired.
Dable got fired.
That's about it.
I like the weather.
Do we know what's wrong with Jackson Dart? Is it concussion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
They plan on starting Winston, but he may still be cleared. We'll see, because it's still early.
Right. All right.
Yep.
Chicago guys, look at their record. I think
Yeah.
they're 6-3.
I like Caleb.
Good Lord, I never thought the Bears would be even in
They're
the
6-3.
at this point.
Yeah,
They're
they'll
hanging.
lose soon.
If I was looking at the standings right in front of me, and you told me the Bears had 6 wins, I'd be like, "No, what?"
The Bears.
I'd say, well, there must be a lot of football left.
Actually, well, that doesn't make sense because I would think there would be like all the football played if they have
There
six.
you go. Yeah,
Right.
Look at it that way. Yeah.
But you're right. There's a lot of football left. They could get that. Like that's crazy to me. All right. They pull it off in the fourth quarter and win 24-20. Then you got Houston at Jacksonville. You guys, I'm not even upset that both of you picked Jacksonville. But like what's going on with Jacksonville? Like why they should have won this game. And I only picked Houston because they were at home.
Lots of love.
It was an ultimate collapse of the defense, is all it was.
So you're saying the issues on Jacksonville are defensive related? Or just
Oh, they have a lot of issues, but in this game particularly, you're up 26-10 and a couple, and you blow it. In this game, I'm blaming the defense.
Oh, that's fair. You guys, I've noticed this in games where, with Seattle in particular, when they get up, they don't put their foot on the gas. They kind of. Do you think that might have been what happened in Jacksonville? They got up and they didn't. They continued. They loosened up.
Oh, they don't know how to close out games, anyways.
Like it drives me nuts in football, you guys. And in college, this doesn't happen. They keep the foot on the throttle until the end. And whatever, if they beat you 75-0, it ain't their fault. It's your fault, right? In the NFL, there's this thing of like, okay, we're up 35-0. Oh, we can loosen up our defense, and I think they do this because of injury. They don't want to go 100% because they don't want guys flying around at 200% because injury is so prevalent, but it still happens.
for some strange reason, I think it has something to do with coaches respecting each other and not wanting to blow the other guy out usually, which is weird to me.
It's weird because I'm all, I'm Mr. Fairness and whatnot, but I hate that.
Yeah.
I want them to beat their brains in and make them remember it next time.
Detroit does that a lot after a loss. They like to bury the team after a loss.
Yeah. Frankie, do you have any thoughts? Where are you at? Are you here? We're looking at Coach Frankie right now. Coach Frankie, if you go up 35-0, are you taking your foot off the gas?
No.
NFL?
No.
You're going to run them through.
Run them through.
Fucking A, man.
Hey.
Fuck no. Here's why. Because you know what? If you take them out, you play until you play the full game. If you score every time, well, you're a good team. If you can't stop us, then you suck. Get better. I'm playing full blast.
I love it. And it's not something that you can mandate with rules. Like, you can't say you must play up until you. No,
there could be a mercy rule put in place, in all fairness.
There can't anymore because no lead's safe.
True. Good point. But if a team's getting blown out 38-0 and there's a minute left, I mean, there's a minute.
You're still living in the 90s when, like, 14-7, you can go to bed if it's in the fourth quarter. Not anymore. 35 points are scored.
Yeah.
You're like, what the flying hell just happened? It's nuts. No one can tackle. No one can play D. Every flag on the play. It's nuts.
Frankie, I'm going to let you talk on this. And I don't know if you guys are going to be lengthy about it or if you're just going to be brief. Whatever is your thing, just make sure that you wave to the other guy when you're done. Go ahead, Frankie. Buffalo, Miami. We all said Buffalo. 98% of the country said Buffalo. I know that somebody said 85% earlier, but there's no way 15% of the people thought that Buffalo was going to lose this game. Frankie, go ahead, and then I'll let you pass it on to Tio when you're done.
I'll be very brief. We went in there. We weren't prepared. The weather could have been a huge factor. 100 degrees down on the field. It's hot. It's humid. A lot of different things. We sucked. We had a horrible game plan on both sides of the ball. We couldn't stop it. We couldn't get it going, and we deserved to lose. So, to me, I'm not concerned because I did predict the Bills go 13-4 this season. So, I might have actually said this might have been one of our losses. So, no, I'm not concerned. And I'm ready to go play on Sunday. I'm ready to play Sunday.
All right. Listen, a lot of our first loss to New England was because Stephon Diggs came back into our building amped up. This loss here, we have eight starters on defense that are injured. Okay, we're depleted. We're about one more injury away from Frankie J suiting up. Then you got Waddle, who was said to be looking to be traded to Buffalo. News was all around that. He goes absolutely berserk against us. They're a division rival. At any time, I felt like they like Frankie said, this was kind of a trap game because at any time, Tua can put together a good game, and they did. And the Bills are in trouble. Bills are in trouble on defense, and they don't know how to call plays. The receiver sucks. Shakir's the only one who can do anything, and they're in a lot of trouble. Josh Allen is going to have to bail them out again, if they're going to not be the number 7 seed, because I could see him falling to the 7.
All right, couple things. You said you're one injury away from Frankie J suiting up. He did say he's ready to play this weekend. He's like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to
fucking go. Put me in.
Get him one of them double helmets.
For one, I would be watching that game, and I'd have my foam finger that said Frankie J on it, and I have a feeling that the one guy that's injured that he's replacing, it would take about 3 plays before Frankie J was in the same. But
I'd be paraplegic.
This is interesting because the trade deadline just passed. You guys are depleted on defense. Is there any frustration with the front office that no moves were made to bring in some help?
They did sign some people after the trade deadline.
Who cares?
I know. They're
signing losers. I have to listen to it every week here on the radio station
Let
of
me be
our.
more specific. Is there a move out there that you would have made before the trade deadline to bolster your defense for the second half?
Yeah, I would have tried to go after that Jets guy for one. Any of them. I would have even taken Sauce Gardner. I don't care. Well, I don't need picks. We don't need picks. We have to win
won't.
now. We're going to win now. I don't hate Dayball because I think he has put Josh Allen in a nice spot. I just think he has always missed on wide receivers. We have a great offensive line, which a lot of teams don't. You look at Joe Burrow, no line, and look what happens. No defense. You look what happens. It's very hard to build a solid team in the NFL, especially when you're a small market team like Buffalo. So Josh Allen, bail us out, or we're going to be like everyone else.
Star quarterback prices.
Yeah, and he's even willing to take a cut. So I mean, he's giving you the hometown discount. Yeah, I feel like we should have. We should trade picks. At this point, he's 8 years in. You're in a win now, unless you're going to wait till next year when Kelsey retires.
All right, one more question for you guys. You mentioned also putting Josh Allen in a spot where he has to be the one to bail you out. I feel like he kind of tried to do that this weekend, and sometimes it's too much.
Yeah, it is.
Like, there's too much pressure to do the comeback thing right now. And I feel like the Bills, especially, and this is what they did against the Chiefs, they got up, and then you just maintained.
Mm-hmm.
When they were trying to come from behind, they're putting way too much pressure on Josh Allen, and he ends up making, throwing an interception in the end zone type of thing.
Yeah, that's why I say the defense plays a huge part in what Josh Allen and the game plan does. If he's going to be chucking it up 30 times a game and we don't have a number one receiver, we're in trouble.
Right on. All right, guys. Thanks for. I didn't mean to open up any wounds, but I appreciate the open dialogue on those situations, because I would want you guys to question me when things, and they will go wrong for me. Trust me. We've got losses coming up on the books, and it could be as early as this week, and that will be very frustrating for me. But I welcome whatever critiques or questions that you have on the Baltimore at Minnesota. Frankie picked Minnesota. I'm not upset with that. I just felt like I don't even know why. I don't know what I felt about this game. It was mentally a coin flip for me. T.O., I'm going to let you go first on this, because you have maintained that Baltimore is on the uprise. Is this an indicator of that continuing?
Yeah, I think a few weeks ago I said they'd win 3 or 4 in a row here with the schedule. I definitely thought they'd handle Minnesota, and I think they're be well on their way this week as well. They're on the up. I don't think they're going to, I won't even say anything because anything is possible. They have a good squad, good quarterback. He too seems to do weird things in the playoffs.
Frankie, J.J. McCarthy has an alternate personality. Did you know this? He calls the alternate personality 9. I don't even know what it means. I don't think the league knows what it means yet. But I know one other quarterback that had an alternate personality, and that was Russell Wilson. Do you guys remember this?
After he got married or started dating?
I can't. Mr.
Brandon Marshall.
What do you call himself? I can't remember it now. Oh, Mr. Unlimited. Mr. Unlimited. And he said it like that, too.
Weird.
But thoughts on J.J. McCarthy and Minnesota now that they've lost this game to Baltimore? Go ahead.
I mean, I just took Minnesota because I thought that seeing that win that McCarthy put together the week prior showed some promise, and maybe I gave him a little bit too much credit too fast. That's what that comes down to. Typically, I wouldn't have picked Minnesota, but he showed me something the week before, so he let me down.
It was a one-score game, 1927. So it wasn't like they got routed, and they did have opportunities late. But Yeah, sometimes it's too close to call. This next one, guys. Cleveland at the Jets. What the?
Mm.
The Jets, they traded everyone. And Tio mentioned this earlier. I think
6 of 15 for 57 yards.
7 yards passing.
Yeah.
How the do you win a game? I realize it's the Browns, but holy crap, guys. Like 27-20. What happened here?
Just the game was disgusting. What happened was a lot of defensive touchdowns, but what needs to happen is they need to put Shadur Sanders in this goddamn game already. Put him in.
Frankie,
You need a spark.
you agree with this?
This guy is great. If not, trade him because I'm telling you right now, he's going to be a winner.
Okay, Frankie, I
This
like
game. This game wasn't even on my radar. I'm surprised the Jets won.
what do you think about Shadur Sanders?
At this point, the Browns. If I'm a Browns fan, I'm already looking forward to next year.
For what reason?
Just because they got no stability at the quarterback position at all.
Yeah, because he's on the bench.
They drafted 2 quarterbacks this draft.
That's where they're lacking play. Their defense is a beast, but they get tired of being out there. They got to
Thank you.
get some offense going on there. Need a spark.
All right.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
ask one more time, Frankie.
What?
Would you put in Shador Sanders?
At this point, I wouldn't care. Yeah, why not? Put him in.
All right.
I mean, at least put him in
reason
so
I'm
I can be
asking-
right about him being
Because if you're
bad. Because
looking
I don't think he's gonna be that
Looking
great.
forward to next year, and you're drafting a quarterback. Don't you at least want to see what Shador can give you this year?
That's why I said, go ahead, put him in.
I mean,
Put
there's
him
no
in.
fiction in what you're saying. You're just agreeing. But I'm curious if that's your plan. I'm
If you
looking forward to
if you
next
want to see how bad he's gonna be sooner, then yeah, put him in.
They did say he's going to start 4 games this year, so
Well, maybe next week.
it's coming up. And you'll see the difference. I'm not saying he's going to be a world beater because he's playing for Cleveland, but I'm going to tell you that the team's going to rally around him. And if you get that defense believing in somebody that can win you the game, look out.
Yeah, okay. I agree with that.
They're a team that you can beat, but you sure as hell don't want to play.
We've seen what happens when a team with a defense gets a quarterback. I mean, it makes all the difference. The Legion of Boom is a great example. Russell Wilson came in, and he was a 3rd-round pick, very similar to Shador Sanders, and they just said, "Well, we'll give it a shot. He looks the part." And well, 2 years later, you're in the Super Bowl.
They're humbling him.
Yeah,
He was a first-round pick. He's better than all those quarterbacks.
dude. I honestly, T.O., you hit a nail on the head right now. You've been swinging a lot and missing around it, but you just hit this one on the head. I think a lot of the reason that he hasn't played so far is because they're like, dude needs to fucking get out of his own head, know that he ain't the shit, and then we'll give him a shot once he's like landed back on earth again.
Yeah, they want you to put football first.
Thanks, Dad. All right. New England at Tampa. You guys, this game, I wish that Tampa was fully healthy, and I'm sure that you guys do too. It just seems like if they were healthy, they would have had a shot. So, I don't know. That's all I have to say. Does anybody have any other comments on this game?
It was a 5-point game.
Yeah.
With the Buccaneers being depleted on injuries for them to only lose by 5 to a New England team that's hot streaking right now, that's really not too big of a deal. It's just a big deal for the AFC East right now that they got another win and we got a loss and we'll be, fighting for a good spot in the playoffs.
But
because of that win.
what sucks is, and I'm putting myself in the Buffalo Bill as a Buffalo Bills fan right now, is that they've won 7 in a row and they get the Jets this week. Like,
Yeah, and the Jets will beat them.
it's like, come on, man. Like, how are we supposed to make our move when they're playing the Jets after winning 7 in a row? But you gotta play the games on the schedule. Tio, I'll let you get the last word on this game.
I don't know. I don't have any.
All right.
I like New England. I like the way they're playing. I love that running back, Trayvon Henderson. There's just a lot to like about New England. They're a tough, gritty team that was no one expected this.
I respect that because I feel the same way about the Rams.
Ah. As long as Stafford's with the Rams, they got a good chance.
You know, we heard his back is hurt, his
It
offensive
always is.
dead, and here he is throwing 4 touchdowns with no interceptions 3 games in a row.
That's what 2 great receivers will do for you.
It just takes him an hour to pee.
Blood.
That's fair. All right, Arizona, Seattle. Guys, I was bored out of my skull
All right, Skip.
the second half of this. And it's because Seattle didn't keep their foot on the gas.
Yeah.
They ended up with very pedestrian numbers on the day in what looks like, a complete ass whooping. Sam Darnold turned the ball over 2 times inside the 20-yard line, which is why they got the points that they got. So there's problems. There's problems, but when you have a defensive line that it's literally can kill you from anywhere. I mean, this defensive line is the heart and soul of this football team right now. It's making the secondary better because I don't know if you guys saw the highlights, but there was 2 strip sack fumbles for touchdowns by the same 2 guys. Terrence Knight comes in,
Terrence Knight, yeah.
all out, and home.
Light and shining home.
And it was 21-0 in the first quarter, 35-0 at halftime, and I'm just like, I'm gonna take a nap at halftime, and then we'll wake up in the fourth quarter.
Make a flambe.
It was, I don't know. I don't want to get too high on this team. They apparently have been crushing teams to the point where people are actually talking about it now. But all I see is really boring football, and I cannot wait for this week's matchup. We all picked them. Go ahead if you have any. I will say this. Arizona had not lost a game by more than 4 points this entire season. In fact, all their losses combined before this equaled 13 points total. So they're not as bad as their record indicates, but I don't know that Jacoby Brissett is any better than Murray.
No, and now they lost the receiver. 2's out. They're on the decline.
Appendicitis, I saw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you guys don't have any comments, we can move to.
Seattle's playing good ball. It's going to be a great game this week.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm
wait.
interested in seeing because you got 2 really good offenses. Seattle obviously being a little bit better, but we'll see.
See, and I give the offensive edge to the Rams, and I give the defensive edge to the Seahawks. So that's what
I give the Rams have a good defense too.
I agree. It's a very evenly matched team. I think if I had to give an edge overall, I would say Seattle's special teams.
Yeah, and Rams got a better run game right now.
But God, dude, it's in LA. It's for the marbles. I mean, this could determine a number 1 versus 2.
Yeah, they're going to play
They're
each other.
going to play each other twice.
They're going to play each other 3 times this year.
Yep, it's happened before, and
So buckle up because this is going to be a good one.
we lost all 3 of them to Mike Martz.
And that rarely happens.
Mike Martz and who was that dumbass quarterback? I can't even remember his name. Mark Bulger.
Bulger.
Anyway, Frankie, you have any comments or be ready?
No.
You got the Rams at San Francisco. This looked like it was going to be a good game on paper, but it kind of turned out exactly the same as the Arizona-Seattle game. One team just imposed its will, and the other team couldn't
It
make.
wasn't even a game.
No, it wasn't. It was an okay game until the final interception thrown by Mac Jones.
Heck, yeah.
And then I turned it off. I was like, well, they're not coming back.
No. The 49ers are just always hurt.
So I will say this. Frankie said it, or Frankie didn't say. T.O. said for Frankie that the final score was going to be 34-26 Rams. And just to be clear, the 49ers did score 26. So I got to give you that credit. I'm giving the credit to Frankie because you gave the score for him. So let that be noted. All right, you got Detroit at Washington, guys. We knew.
I mean, yeah, we can. Washington's depleted.
Once
Toast.
went down.
Yeah.
Apparently, he doesn't require surgery. So that's when you looked at that injury, guys, it looked like the full dislocation, and he was going to have surgery, but he didn't. Miraculously, so he may be back by the end of the year. We don't know.
He's like that Stretch Armstrong, Dell.
But Detroit, 22-44 in typical Detroit fashion.
Yep.
Waylaid them. Then you had Sunday Night Football, Pittsburgh at the Chargers. Guys, the Chargers, I know we've all feel the same way about the Chargers, where we're just like,
Meh.
they're not great. But a lot of pundits have them in the top 7 in the freaking power rankings. And I'm like, why is that? They got a quarterback that really heavily depends on being protected, and they've got an offensive line that's decimated. Those two things cannot result
well.
Yeah. But they were able to beat Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers showing his age again. The defense not able to do what the defense did a week ago. Inconsistency is the tone for Pittsburgh, and it's going to make them really hard to pick the rest of the year. And since it happened to happen against the Chargers, in my opinion, they're hard to pick because I don't know if they actually are good. Frankie, go ahead and tell me what your thoughts on either of these teams are moving forward.
I mean, you guys kind of all just put it together, so I don't really have too much input on all that.
Okay.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Steelers are going to be playing.
I'm just kidding.
Steelers will probably be playing 500 ball from here on the way out. I said the Ravens would win that division. I sticking to it. And that's my thoughts on the Steelers.
It is anyone's division. Frankie, go ahead.
I will say this. I did have one thing to say. The Steelers are that team that are going to be talked about week after week after week, no matter what, if they're losing or winning, because their payroll for the defense and what the expectations were with Aaron Rodgers coming in with weapons. What's going on? What's happening? Is this Aaron Rodgers falling apart, unraveling, or is this what he's always been his whole career? We're just seeing more of it now. I still will probably pick the Steelers this week. I don't even really haven't gone that far in my paperwork yet, but that's how I feel about that. I was surprised to see them lose, but I don't discount them at all right now.
No, I feel the same way, dude. I will not. I refuse to discredit the Steelers while their roster is full and healthy, and they're coached by Tomlin. Like I have to at least give them a look every time they come up. So, all right, then we had the final game of the week. Monday Night Football, it was pretty boring, guys. Let's be real. 10-7 and two teams that you expect them to score. I mean, that's what they've been doing. And Green Bay, at the beginning of the season, Frankie, do you remember how we were all hyped on Green Bay? And we were like, man, they look really fucking good. Like the first 3 weeks, we were like, who's going to, and they've kind of like just really, really like just flatlined.
I'm just glad I'm not really a Green Bay fan because I would have probably bought a Micah Parsons jersey. And right now, they're not as good as I thought they were going to be as they were for like one game. And Jordan Love seems sort of lost right now.
Yeah,
he needs some love juice.
Go ahead, Tio.
Well, that's a team that drafts a heck of a lot of wide receivers, and they all seem to get injured and not pan out. As for Philly, I don't know what the heck the deal is with Philly. They have the greatest roster that I've seen, and they're not putting up points. I don't know what's happening.
I have no answers for you either. All I know is 10-7 Monday Night Football between two powerhouse teams. Wah, wah, wah. All right, guys, that's all for week 10. So let's put the past away. Let's recharge our minds and look forward to the future, which is week 11. All of our teams play. We got two teams on bye week, and that's the Colts, who desperately need it to try and figure out what's going on there with their turnover problems, and the New Orleans Saints, who probably not a good time for them to have a bye when they have a little bit of momentum, but we'll see how that all pans out for them. I wanted to get those two things out of the way so we can make our predictions. Let's see if we can get 100%. One of us. One of us has got to do it at some point this year, right? Let's make it this week. All right, guys. The Thursday night football matchup, as we mentioned, the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. Frankie, I'm going to let you go first on this one. Who do you got?
It's simple. The Patriots are on a winning streak. They're playing some good football right now. The difference, the Jets have, they've won 2 straight, so everyone's putting up this big thing. Well, the Pats have, been putting whoopings on people 7 games in a row. Despite the Jets showing up, the New England Patriots are going to roll through and just take this game. It'll be 8 in a row. Easy pick.
Theo, do the Jets have any chance with the momentum that they've gathered since the trade deadline for some reason?
No, I would say no. I would say it's going to take them 3 defensive turnovers if they're going to win this one.
Is that outside the realm of possibility?
Yes, 3 defensive touchdowns. I believe they will not get that.
Okay, yeah. You said turnovers at first, not touchdowns.
I did. I meant touchdowns. Turnovers, I don't think they get 3.
Okay. So we're all 3 going to be on New England here.
Yep.
I'm not going to pick against a team that's won 7 in a row, playing a team that's got 2 wins on the fucking season. No way. There's no way.
I'll accept a loss if I lose this one.
I absolutely am rooting for the Jets, but we'll see how it plays out. Yeah. And it's not that I hate New England. I don't love them because I still have this thing in my head about the Super Bowl, whatever. But Brady's gone. All those people are gone. So it's like a whole new team to me, and I don't know. I don't want to see them.
It's all new kind of love affair.
Trying to relearn the team.
They haven't been shitty long enough for them.
Yeah, quick turnaround. That's for sure.
They deserve to be shitty for like 30 years.
They should be. And the Jets are that team. So,
Yeah.
fair enough. All right, guys. We got a game in Madrid, Washington, Miami. Holy shit.
Another barn burner.
4 people in Spain. What do you even look forward to? Like, you're like Tua versus Mariota.
Chan.
Okay, he was a stud the other day, but who you got? Who you got, Tio?
Got Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Miami. And is this because I'm assuming that you just believe Washington's done?
Yeah, they're just hurting.
I think Miami's done too, just to be fair. But gosh, if you're taking momentum off of a big win in Buffalo, but we all know that travel is going to be weary on some of these people. Frankie, go ahead and tell me who you got in this game and why.
Well, the Dolphins obviously coming off a fresh win, huge upset over my Buffalo Bills. They have to travel over to Madrid. It's probably the best they felt all season, mentally and emotionally. They're probably oh my God, we actually can win a football game here. And they're running into the Commanders, who are just, on the opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to feeling good at the moment. And Mariota's under center. We all know it's a lot of problems with injuries right now. And the Dolphins' offense seemed to be clicking when they played against Buffalo. So I see that carrying over. I'm going to take the Miami Dolphins.
Okay. I think these 2 games are pretty easy to pick. We're all 3 on the same thought process here so far. I'm going to go with Miami. I do have one question before we move on to the next game. Guys, Dan Quinn had this team in the NFC Championship game this last year. They're obviously going to fall way, way short of that. Maybe end up third or fourth in the division when it's all said and done. Is Dan Quinn's job in question in any either of your minds?
No.
All right.
Nope.
Good. Me neither. Just have to ask because when things start falling apart, people get nervous, and I think a lot of teams, GMs, they jump the gun and be like, "No, this is the time." And I think they do that sometimes unfairly, or even if they don't love the guy that they hired, they use it as an excuse to get him out early. But Dan Quinn's a good coach. I'm glad you guys both acknowledge. All right, this third game, I don't know that we're all going to be on the same page. Carolina travels to Atlanta. This is to me is the first tough game of the week to call, and I'm going to let Tio call it first. Who do you got in this one, Tio, and why?
Well, I got Atlanta. I think Atlanta's going to spark together a couple wins here, make themselves get themselves into the conversation of relevancy, and I think they take this one.
Frankie, I feel like these teams are pretty evenly matched, and I have mine written down, but I'm going to wait until you make your call before I reveal who I'm going to take on this one. Who do you got and why?
Well, I did my homework. They're both looking to keep their playoff hopes alive in any ways. Moving into week 11, it's gonna be it's gonna be decided through the passing game because the Panthers suck at throwing, and the Falcons have a better chance at throwing. So I think it's going to be one of those things where the Bryce Young would have to be some sort of miracle bobblehead out there to win this game. So I'm taking Atlanta for that reason.
All right, guys. All right, guys. Here's what's going to happen.
Wapner.
Bryce Young is going to become a bobblehead hero, and Carolina's gonna win in Atlanta. That's my call. And I had it written down. I just wanted to see if either one of you were gonna turn tail because I kind of thought maybe you guys would pick Atlanta, and I didn't pick Carolina because you guys know that I'm a Bryce Young homer. I don't even know why. I didn't watch college. I just like the. I like. Maybe it's because I got a bunch of his cards and I just like
Could
them.
be. I like Atlanta's defense this week.
I like Atlanta, dude. Michael Penix Jr. is my guy, right? I mean, Washington Huskies, but I don't know. For some reason, I just got in my gut feeling tells me Carolina. All right, let's go Tampa Bay at Buffalo. Now's the time where you guys are happy that Tampa Bay is depleted, as you guys are depleted on defense, which they're depleted on offense, and those two things become very helpful to each other, I suppose. If you are injured on defense, you definitely don't want to play that offense at full power. Frankie J, I picked Buffalo just because I believe in that team. You guys know that I'm a big supporter and fan of Josh Allen specifically. I think he's one of the greatest I've ever seen, and I do like Baker Mayfield though too. I just feel like in Buffalo, both teams coming off of bad performances. The home team's the one. Go ahead, Frankie.
I'll keep it short. The Bills need this one, especially after the flatline loss against the Dolphins. Tampa Bay, meanwhile, they're coming off of of a shitty loss to the Patriots, so they'd like to get back on track, but also physically healthy. I take the Bills on this one. I won't even give you a score.
All right, Tio.
I'm gonna take the Bills. I think the NFC South is going to be grouped together here really soon here with these three teams, and it starts this week with Tampa Bay losing, Atlanta winning, and that's my call.
Yeah,
That's you,
that division.
right?
That division is interesting to me. Do you guys think? I think a lot of people think that Tampa's got it already, but I don't. I just don't see the numbers supporting that. Do you think there's a chance that somebody gets it away from them this year?
Atlanta's the only one. I don't fear Carolina that much, and I think that Tampa's probably got a little bit too far of a lead, but we'll see.
All right. Good to know. Good luck on your game, by the way. Now we have
Good luck, buddy.
Chargers.
Good luck.
Like that. You guys know I'm picking Buffalo. I want them to win. Honestly,
Thank you.
and it's a little bit selfish too because it's an NFC team that you'd be beating, which just changes for when we lose to the Rams. But anyway, okay, you got the Chargers at Jacksonville. Guys, this is another one. We've not ever been high on the Chargers, but a lot of people are. And we seem to pick Jacksonville a lot. And for what reason? I'll go ahead and go first. It's no surprise to me that I'm going to pick the Chargers. You guys are not probably surprised by that. Frankie, let you go talk.
We're talking about what? You're talking about the Jaguars again?
Unfortunately, yes.
Well, you know how I feel about the Jaguars. It's one of those love-hate relationships, and you got a guy that should cut his hair or at least make it wet like a WWF wrestler to make it look cooler. But Jacksonville, they've been too hot, too cold for me to really make a good play on. So for me, it's going to be a real simple pick. I'm just going to pick the Chargers in this one because they got better quarterback play.
All right, T.O. Close it out.
Chargers. San Diego Superchargers in this one.
The Chargers. All right, guys. This is another division matchup that we got. Chicago at the Vikings. Bears-Vikings. T.O., go ahead.
Toughie. It's a toughie.
Take it. Take it away.
Bears, Vikings. Let's see. What are the standings have these guys? 4 and 5. Oh, Bears.
I know, right? It's shocking.
Give me Minnesota. Where's the game being played?
You can have it. It's all yours.
Where's the game being played?
It's in Minnesota.
Give me Minnesota.
Frankie, do you agree with this nonsense?
You're thinking Minnesota. I'm taking Minnesota as well.
Really?
Yeah, it's a divisional battle. It's a divisional battle. It's the Bears and Vikings. The Bears been, good this year, but the Vikings have been very inconsistent. It's really tough to predict this one, but Minnesota's proven they can get to the quarterback defensively, so I have to go with the
All right,
Vikings.
I'm going to challenge you guys to something here because I'm going to disagree with both of you, and I'm going to take the Bears, but I'm also going to tell you this. If the Bears win this, they're going to have 7 wins.
Yep. That's why they're not going to win.
And I'm gonna be hard on you guys next week. I don't even know who they're playing because I haven't reviewed any of that. But I'm gonna be like, you gotta at least. All right, I realize that I'm now starting to sound like a complete Bears homer with this hat on. But we will not be able to look them over anymore and just be like they're not great. They're not good. If they have 7 wins, we just won't be able to do it. I like that you guys are taking Minnesota. I really do.
You know what we're going to have this week?
What's that?
I'm going to have a lot of wins this week.
Good.
There you go.
One of us needs to be 100%. That's what I'm aiming for. And I'm not picking Chicago just to go against you guys. I had it written down before we started. So I'm not confident that the Bears are going to win. So, all right, we'll see how it plays out. Interesting. That'd be a great Thursday night game, just to throw that back.
I'd make a bold take and say that the Bears finish last.
Really?
In that division? Yeah.
Even from now?
From right now.
Wow.
Write that down.
Okay.
I think the Lions finish ahead of them. I think the Packers will finish ahead of them. And I think that the Vikings will finish ahead of them.
Hold on, let me write it down. Tio is a dumbass. All right. Tio says Bears.
Suck it.
Bears.
Bears finished last in the division.
It's on the books. It's on the books.
Whopper. It's almost Whopper.
Green Bay at New York Giants, guys.
Green Bay at the New York Giants.
I mean, I think we're all going Green Bay, but I can't make the pick for you, so go ahead. Frank.
Go ahead, T.O. You go first.
I really want to pick the Giants here, but I just can't do it. I want to because I feel like the coach just got fired. Maybe they're going to will it together, or they're just going to pack it in. I'll go. I'm not picking. I'll pick the other team. I'm not picking the Giants.
You said Pac-Man. Was that a
I'm
pun?
picking the Packers.
Did you intend that pun?
Yeah. After what I just said, the Packers got to win anyway, so pick the Packers.
All right. I got
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely pick the Packers.
Yeah, definitely going to do that this week.
Yeah.
All right, Cincinnati at Pittsburgh, guys.
What the hell's going on?
233 Oak Street,
This is tough.
Cincinnati.
You got Cincinnati?
No. Who are they playing?
Pittsburgh. At Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Frankie talked about this earlier. Someone let
Frank. Yeah, you pick.
Oh, my God. No. You pick.
You love Flacco.
I do.
Oh, give me the Pittsburgh
host.
Steelers.
Frankie pick.
Oh.
Okay. So you have to pick the Steelers in this one.
You have to?
Yes.
I'm taking them too.
You have to.
You and me and
It's a home game. They're coming off that crappy loss.
We keep saying that like it matters, but I don't think it
doesn't
does
matter,
anymore.
but I'm picking them. You asked me who I'm picking. That's what I'm fucking picking.
All right.
You pick them too, right?
I don't think Tomlin sparks them as much as he used to.
we're all taking them. That's fine. Houston at Tennessee, guys. Houston at Tennessee. I'm pretty sure we're all going to be the same here, but I'll go first. Just to keep it fair and balanced, so I'm not always the last. Whatever. I got Houston. There's no surprise here. I don't really believe in Houston that much, but Cam Ward hasn't showed me jack shit. So, Frankie, go ahead.
I got Houston as well. The Titans, they're not good on offense at all. The Texans have actually one of the best defenses in the league right now. So that's why. Houston. I pick Houston.
Yo,
I think these games are always tough for some reason. They're close, and I don't know. I'd have to check on that.
division.
I'm going to take Houston.
Houston, we have no problems. All right, guys.
Yeah.
A banged up San Francisco at a banged up Arizona.
Banged.
T.O.,
San Fran.
take your pick here. Why?
Roster.
Because you think the injuries are greater for Arizona than they are for San Francisco?
No. I think they're.
Who does Arizona really have? They have
I can't bet against McCaffrey and
Marvin Harrison Jr., and they're both out.
yeah. Give me San Fran.
Frankie, are you with me and T.O.?
Here's my take on this game. The Niners and the Cardinals. Haven't they given up over 40 points in their losses? So both teams have their backup quarterbacks. Okay, you got Jacoby Brissett, you got Mac Jones. It's gonna be decided by the run game, and that's gonna be Christian McCaffrey, and you're gonna see a whole bunch of him all over the place, and that's gonna be the win, 49ers.
All right, that's all three of us.
Fun.
Seahawks
Copycats.
travel to SoFi and
Stupid stadium.
Rams. Another division game. Opposite the other division game in the NFC West that we just talked about. Who wants to go first on this one?
Taking the Seahawks in this one.
Tell me why. What makes you so confident?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. I think they're going to split. I feel like they're going to split this year, and I'll give me the Seahawks in this one.
Okay. So they're each going to win at each other's buildings.
I
Frank,
think so.
do you agree with them?
Okay. So this is undoubtedly the game of the week. If you want to face the facts here, they're the best teams in the NFC right now. This game could go for
It's the
a long
NFC.
way.
It's the NFC game of the week.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The NFC game of the week. All right, fine. Let's get technical here, but it's going to be a deciding game on who finishes top seed at the end of the season. Both teams don't have really too many issues, but I like the Seahawks better. I trust their defense, and I think they'll make it hard enough on Matt Stafford that they come out with the win. The slight upset. Slight upset. I used the word slight. I wrote this down. Slight.
This is interesting to me because I disagree with you guys on many things that you said here. If I'm looking across the board at the breadth of the United States of America, this is not the NFC matchup of the week. It will be Detroit versus Philly.
I like this one better.
I do too.
I do too, but I'm
I do.
talking nationally, as far as exposure goes and what game's going to be talked about, it's not this game.
Philly's boring.
I agree, but I mean, those are two.
Is this game on at 4:05?
It's on at 4.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's 422.
And we got the Sunday night football game is Detroit Philly, right? So that's my first thing, and not for me. This is the most important game of the schedule, but that's true every week for me.
Yeah.
So, and here's the thing: you guys are both saying Seattle. I look at it this way: what's the biggest difference on either side of the ball? I think both have players that can get after the quarterback. I think Seattle historically has had trouble with the offensive line, although that hasn't really reared its ugly head yet this season. The Rams definitely do. So both quarterbacks are going to be under duress, and who's going to be better in those situations? And I just think it comes down to proven quarterback play. I'm taking the Rams because of Matt Stafford. I hope to be wrong, but I just feel like the Rams got our number. Go ahead.
I totally agree with you. That's why I would take them in the playoffs. But in this regular season game, I think it adds to the storyline. It says, "Oh wow, look, he already beat him once. He can do it again." I think that's why I think in this game Seattle wins.
Before we get to Frankie, I will just say I'm picking the Rams because if we win, I won't be mad that I got this wrong. But if we lose, at least I'll have this to be like, okay,
True.
at least I called it right. Go
There you
ahead.
go.
Yeah, but you're wrong. You should pick the Seahawks in this one because, like I said, neither of these teams are very equally matched, and I think it's going to come down to like that one or two big plays that make this game. It could probably be the most boring game, but it's going to be the game for the NFC of the week. It's such evenly matched teams, and is it going to be the person that has the ball last, or is it going to be that one team that creates the turnover that decides the game? And I think Seattle has the edge on this one. I believe that.
Very, very interesting right there that I want to respond to, and this is another reason why I'm picking the Rams. Seattle has lost the turnover battle in like 3 of their blowouts. And they can't do that against the Rams. There's not going to be room for those errors and they're stupid errors. They're stupid, self-inflicted errors that would cost not really anything against bad teams, but against the good teams, you just can't do it. And I've not seen us play consistently clean ball to the point that we can overcome those things against the Rams. I hope I'm wrong. I love your guys' take, and I will come back and I'll be like, I love you guys. Thanks for believing in us.
Man,
I need to see this win before
The 4:05 game. It's a tricky one to call because they put it in that weird time slot where no one watches. So it's to me, anything can happen in this one, really.
Yeah.
for sure. Well, We will see.
So you took Seattle as well, too. See?
I did.
Yeah, okay, good for you. What are we doing now? Which one?
We got Baltimore at Cleveland.
Ooh.
Baltimore at
Ooh.
Cleveland, basically. I love this matchup every time it occurs. I think this is the second time they've played. I think Cleveland won the first one. I don't really remember, but I got Baltimore. Frankie, you got
Look at Lamar Jackson's back on. I as much as I despise the guy, he's back on. The Ravens have been rattled off 3 wins in a row, including that big one over the Vikings. So this is their second, I think, consecutive game on the road. So while the Cleveland Browns defense, they're good, they're just not good enough to stop what Baltimore's going to bring. So I take Baltimore.
Joe.
Baltimore.
I knew that already. I already
Easy peasy.
Up
I
and
already
easy.
marked you down for Baltimore, my
You
friend.
want to start a podcast?
Thank you.
You know what? I do love that jacket. You know what it reminds me of? This is going to go over
Hey, Andy,
everybody in the world's head. Is going to go over, but the GI Joe toys that came out in the '80s, the Cobra Commander with the bag over his head.
Oh yeah. Yep.
The shimmer of the color of that jacket is exactly that.
This was the greatest jacket wearing
It
in
is.
tackle football in the snow because when it gets wet, it just was so slippery.
Beautiful. But there's one thing that I wish it had that it doesn't have.
Warmth.
And you see the no, I didn't even give a shit about that. You see the collar where it's white. I
Yep.
just got to be slightly tinted yellow, and it would be perfect.
I
Why? Because that just means like I wore this jacket every time I smoked cigars and it's a party jacket, dude. And it needs to have a couple cigarette burns on it. Otherwise, it's flawless. There's time though. There's time. You can make those things happen over time. Anyway, let's move on. We're all three in Baltimore. We got Kansas City, Denver.
Woo!
This is a big game, guys. I know that Bo Nix has not been playing well, but I don't think the Chiefs have actually played up to what their status was coming into the season. And let's be real. If Denver wins this game, they're probably going to win the division because they're going to put themselves 3 games up on Kansas City with the head-to-head matchups. Frankie, I'll let you tell us what
Okay.
your thoughts are.
Okay, so Kansas City, they're rested. They're coming off their bye. They're going. It's going to be another, banger of a game. Mahomes and company. They're going to, go up against a really good defense in Denver. But I mean, it might be the Chiefs' defense that makes the difference in this one. Their defense has been lights out too, as we know. Bo Nix and the Broncos' offense kind of slowed down a little bit there. KC's good enough at I don't know, giving their playmakers the ball when they have to win every week. So I have to take the Chiefs. As much as it hurts to say those words, I have to take the Chiefs this week.
Tio, do you agree with him?
I agree. I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs. This guy's 22-4 after a bye week. I mean, let's get real. Andy Reid doesn't lose when he has time to prepare.
22-4. Oh, Andy Reid.
Yes.
Okay, I was like,
Big Red.
No, not Mahomes. Andy Reid.
played for 26 years.
He did.
I was like, what? Yeah, that's pretty respectable, I think. So, yeah, I think Kansas City's going to win, and I hope Denver wins. I think we all hope Denver wins,
Yeah.
just because we're sick of the Kansas City goddamn chefs. And I'm with you guys. I'm fully with you guys. They haven't done anything to my team ever, but I look at y'all's faces, and even when you beat them, you still hate them, and I fucking feel that in my soul. Guys, Detroit at Philadelphia on Sunday night. T.O., this is a big game. How do you call it? How do you call it? Walk me through what you're thinking when you're making this call. I don't want you to just pick it. I want you to tell me why, man. Tell me why.
Everything says that Detroit should win this game, so I'm going to take Philly, and that's why. Big blowout win last week. Philly looked like garbage. Watch Philly put 35 up.
And they obviously have the defense
Yep.
to keep Detroit off the board.
Philly. I'm taking Philly. They're still a good team, and it's still early, and this is one good team start making a push.
Frankie, I see the wheels turning in your head saying, God, how do I really rip T.O. for this decision?
I don't want to rip him because he's only doing what he's trained to do. So the Eagles,
I don't want to rip him as
make wrong picks.
All right,
I don't want to shit on you, but here's a big pile of shit.
Here's the way I look at it: the Eagles barely scrape by to beat Green Bay on Monday. It seems like their offense is always looking for some sort of solution aside from Barkley. The Lions, meanwhile, they crushed Washington last week and 44 points. So it's going to depend. It's going to come down to this: either you slow Goff down, or you pull off the upset. So I got to take the Lions. Goff's going to have a game.
All right. Detroit lost to Minnesota the week before this blowout of Washington, which clearly they should have blown out. So what are we saying here? I got to make a pick now between which game I think is the real version of Detroit. Is it Detroit a team that's going to lose to Minnesota but then beat Philadelphia in Philadelphia? Can I really in good conscience say that? I can. I'm going with Detroit. Go ahead, Frankie. I'll give you the last word.
I do want to say this. T.O. and I, for the first time in history on the planet, we have the same picks on who's going to win this week. Not pre-planned, and the only one that we had a difference on was this one we just picked, which was Detroit and Philly, where he picked Philly and I picked Detroit. So right now, up to this point, that's the deciding factor for him and I is next week.
Oh, he's making it personal, T.O. He's not only not on you,
Forget about it.
but he's like, I'm coming for you, bro. And I'm obviously siding with him because I picked Detroit here. I was going to give Frankie the last word, but I kind of have to let you retort.
Well, I'm really happy that with the picks you've made.
Politician over here. Does he come with air conditioning?
Great. I almost want to come on your guys' show right after this and wreak some havoc. All right, guys, we got Monday Night Football, the last game of the week, and probably the shittiest game I've ever seen being brought for us. It's America's team versus the Sin City. So we got Dallas going into Sin City, playing the Las Vegas. They're dead. They're dead. Both these teams are. I'll watch it because it's prime time, and I think there's something noble about watching two bottom feeder teams play each other because they're either. I know that people are like worried about, oh, we're tanking so we can get a better draft. That's not happening. These guys want to kill each other, and they want
Pissed.
because they don't often taste victory, and so they're going to be going after it. T.O. will let you make your call.
I really want to root for Dallas. I want to see him. I'm taking Dallas in this game, but they got a really hard schedule after this. So give me Dallas in this game.
All right. T.O. says Dallas. I'm going to piggyback on him and say Dallas. I have seen nothing out of Las Vegas. Frankie, have you seen enough out of Vegas to pick them?
I've seen enough out of Vegas that if they wanted to take the rest of the season off to rebuild now, I would let them take themselves out of it. So, I mean, it's Monday Night Football. It's supposed to be awesome. They have a great theme with Chris Stapleton and Snoop Dogg. I can feel it. I love it, but the game sucks. So, I took Dallas, obviously.
You guys think it's obvious? Let us know in the comments if you agree with us. And that goes for any of these games. We actually had someone playing along with us this week. Her name is Deb. And she asked me for the every time we do this little check sheet. I send it to her, and she fills them out and sends them back to me.
Wow, nice. Thanks, Deb.
Thanks,
And
Deb. Do I know Deb?
yeah, that means she's watching. Yeah, Deb from
Deb.
From Deb Does Dallas?
No,
Oh, no, wrong. Okay.
I mean, she might have done Dallas at one point. She's
Well, I'm trying to think of who this Deb is. So.
currently doing Ohio.
Don't look that up.
Doing Ohio? Ooh, it's cold.
She her claim to fame is she bet me last year that Michigan would beat Ohio State, which we all know was not going to happen, and then they did it. So of course she thinks she's
A guru.
and sliced bread. And I hope you're watching, Deb.
I do too, Deb. I hope I remember you. I'm trying to.
Yeah, you would remember. If you heard her voice, you'd remember. You'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's Deb."
All right, fair enough.
Appreciate her. I know Sue watches as well. I appreciate everyone that watches. I know that we haven't been breaking these videos down the last couple of weeks. Some circumstances have arisen that just wasn't possible. But we are gonna. Not we're. These guys are not responsible. If you don't see it, it's all on my shoulders. So I will make sure that I get as many as I can out this week because I want to get these guys, these two lovely gentlemen that clearly hate each other with a passion that burns deep in their souls. I want to get them out to the public because I love it. And speaking of getting them out to the public, they have their own show. Frankie, I'm going to let you go ahead and tell the people about that.
Every week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Raw Live, 2Ws. We do True NFL, T.O. and Frankie J, where we talk our truth about the NFL Baroons, where we talk about football and our truth and what we feel, what's trending, what's not, what's working, what's not. It's an awesome time. It's fun. We laugh a lot. And we really just talk about random stuff, but it all comes back to the subject of football. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday.
You know what I love about the show, guys? You got two Bills fans, which you would think would be boring as shit, but the fact that they just hate each other and each other's in every possible way, it makes it very entertaining. So they're live. You can interact with them while they're doing it, and I just think it's pretty cool. And I'm happy to promote that every chance that we get here on.
Thank you.
Yeah, and maybe one day I'll make an appearance on that show.
Yes, definitely. We always have room at the table.
I can, I'll put them. I'll get some Bills gear first, so I can fit in. Maybe I'll get a sweet jacket like that. That is.
You'll never find this.
I'm gonna lie to you.
Rob
I
that guy
want
4
the
doors
Seahawks.
down.
You know the Seahawk throwbacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that
That was a good jet. Yeah, that's it.
that stuff. I
Those
mean,
are the
Where
best
did you
colors.
get that jacket? Did you steal that, Tio?
This is straight from 1990.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but where'd you get
It
it?
doesn't even fit anymore. I had two of these growing up, and I always used one to play tackle football, so that one got ripped, and this one I found recently.
But it doesn't. Does it fit?
It's small.
Like your arms will come out of it?
No, like it's about just under my belly button.
So it's a girl's jacket.
No, it's straight from 1993. Man. I was like 13.
And you're wearing it now. That's
I
awesome.
wore it just because.
Incredible. I mean, I wish they're gonna see a little circle, and not quite get the full experience, but
Stand up.
yes,
So
put your jacket in a circle.
for your jacket.
Oh, look at that! Look at that gorgeous jacket, you guys.
Move to the left, move to the right. There you go.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Vintage.
God bless you. All right, guys. We got finished. We guys got tons of time.
Woohoo.
Nice. Go.
Run
I'm gonna go
around. Maybe
smoke a cigarette, eat
Go to the
something, and
gym. Go to
take
the
a poop.
gym real quick.
There you go.
You're going to the gym.
I don't go to the gym.
I gotta take a poop. Oh, it's being recorded.
Yeah,
Awesome.
well, if only the John was called the gym.
Not edit. Yeah, the Jimmy Johns.
There you go.
A name for a sandwich. The Jims and the Poops. All right, guys. That's all I got for you. Happy NFL Let's get it right this time. Let's just get it right. Let's go, teams. Actually, do me one thing. Throw up a peace sign so I can see if you guys get balloons.
Burn.
Rose.
No.
Why is that happening? It happened on. Oh,
How'd you get balloons? From peace?
happy,
Really?
joy. Balloons.
Wow. We could do this for half an hour.
Peace and joy.
I'm the only one?
Heaven?
Maybe because you're the host.
Not fair.
That's pretty sweet. Now we know.
Guys.
Wait, what'd you do? Peace sign?
Yeah.
All right.
What
We're
else
in.
can you
Wait,
do?
one,
Burn.
one peace sign is balloons. 2 is confetti.
Wow. How would it know?
How did you
Wow.
figure that?
I have no
Great
idea.
news. Great news.
Uh,
We'll
this-
definitely use this to our benefit.
you just turned into like 4-year-old. You guys.
I'll be giving balloons all day.
All right. I love you both. Enjoy hating each other on your show tonight.
Look forward to it.
See you guys next.
All right.
Hey, Frankie, don't leave.
This was a Loch 22 production. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.